So I'm a clinician, but I'm also a researcher. And as a researcher, you're always trying to find ways to improve the outcome of preterm babies, because prematurity is still a problem. If you look at the numbers, for example, in the Netherlands, about 70,000 babies are born prematurely in the Netherlands every year, and about 2,500 are born very preterm, and that's the group who can have a lot of complications. And if you look at the neonatal mortality, about 50% is due to the premature delivery, and about also half of the infants who are disabled, that's due to prematurity. So you can consider it as a big problem. The Concord Birth Flow is actually, it's not very complicated. What we actually do is we normally stabilize or resuscitate infants on a resuscitation table away from mother. But because we found out with animal experiments that stabilizing infants and helping them breathe and waiting with cord clamping has a hemodynamic benefit. So it would be better to stabilize the infants on the cord. And for that we needed to develop a new kind of table that made it possible. So actually what we did was we brought the resuscitation closer to mum, and in such a way that it's possible that you can easily support babies, help babies while they're still attached to on the cord, to the mum.
So with Concord, the Concord Birth Flow and trolley, you leave the umbilical cord intact for as long as possible until the baby is breathing on its own. Scientific research has shown that the baby's circulation and blood flow is a lot more stable when you leave the cord intact. And in this way you provide oxygen-rich blood out of the placenta to the baby's vulnerable organs, and that reduces the injury and the complications at birth, and also has a long-term effect of less handicaps and less complications for these babies. And that also reduces, of course, the cost of care, but also the long-term care cost for all these babies and their families. Today, when we are already 6 years old, we have implemented the Concord Birth Flow in almost 40 hospitals in 8 countries. And I would say an estimate that about 600-700 babies already have received a Concord Birth Flow in these countries. So we have achieved a lot and already make a lot of impact. And yeah, Concord Neonatal is almost ready to breathe on our own.
Were there moments that I regret that I didn't have the Concord table ready and available? Yes, on several occasions. What we do in Leiden is we audit all resuscitations. So what we do is we record all the vital parameters and include a video with that, and we review them and we discuss it with the group. And we also show these recordings to parents, and we often get to hear that especially the mother, really regrets afterwards is that the baby has been taken away from her directly after birth. And what we experienced when we did using the Concord birth trolley is that we don't take away the baby, and they really cherish those moments. And also, it's not only the parents that gave that feedback, but also the caregivers who take care of the babies came with that feedback. So that's an important factor.